Good morning from occupytheland.org. What we're doing, I'm going to today just go over some of the equipment that we have so you can see how it fits into the plan. And one of the things is this laser leveler or laser, I need it. What we've done over here is I needed to get the high spot for the floodplain here, or where it sheets, and then it runs off into three washes. Now, we have a lot of the roads here. There is a crossing right over there that I marked where the wash comes in there, and then there's a wash here. Now, what these are 16-inch wide and about 3.5, 4 inches thick when you fill them with soil. That's 500 meters of that earth bags. I have 10 of these. That means I got 5,000, which is, God, what is that? A lot. One thing that I'm doing is trying to hold back the water when it floods. So what we've done is the high point up here, that if I can keep the level that I need here to back up this water so that it can go in to these holes. So I have holes all over the property that we've augered out, and you'll see them, they're all over the place, but I have to get the water to back up so that it will feed into those and saturate the ground so we can do trees. So once you charge all this one monsoon, you save it, it's going to be a lot of water, but I got to back it up. So what we've done is, where we have crossings here, the height of that stake is what I need these earth bags to be to dam up the water. So we have three main washes in this area. We have this one, the one over there, and then there's another one over here. So the house is going to go in this area here. So this is one of the main channels. And I've taken the tractor and kind of evened it out so it makes it easier to do these earth bags. So I've been clearing this where that's going to go. When we have those earth bags, and this is the flow over height. So when it starts to come over, it'll flow across the road. And I'm not going to do culverts. What I'm going to do is pack this with gravel and maybe even a little Portland cement, and we'll see how it holds up. But I need a rain to tell me where my weak spots are, and to have this dammed up across this, and I only need to bring it up about a foot. And what'll happen is it'll back up the water, and it'll be like a 8-inch lake. And when it does, it'll go down into all those augerings and charge the ground. And then you're gonna see how green I can make it. So that's what we're doing with that. So to do that, I need the auger, and then you have the different implements that I'm using to carve the desert, and we'll get to that. But this is a laser leveler that I can use to get the exactly, and if it rained, I just see where the water went, but it's not raining, so I'm going to have to go scientific on it. So that's what we're doing. This is the southwest corner of the property going that way. So it's 18 acres, but this probably makes up about, 6 or so there. The house is going to go over there, and then we have the center of the property in our work area here. And I'm going to go over some of the equipment. Now, this is a fuel cell that has 116 gallons of diesel so that we're able to run the tractor and so on. And we have a 44-gallon, I think it is, in the back of one of the vehicles that we go to the fueling station, and then we come and fill this. So I've always got enough fuel. And then this tarp is a bunch of different backup diesel and gasoline for if I need that for the ATV and so on. Now, you'll see under there, struts for another dome that's already ready to go. This is the first dome that 30-foot, that we're going to be making a workshop out of. Now, I have all my tools and everything under each one of these, and get all, about all the tools and the jacks and the fuel and the bags of whatever. Like this one's electrical, that's the toolboxes and so on, and different tools that I need. And that is the kW generator. So we are not going to be without power, but the solar array is putting out like 2.5 kilowatts. So our batteries, we have 12 kilowatts of storage on the bus, and it is 100% by like 11 o'clock. Now I'm trying to get everything electric, but sometimes you got to get some gasoline. Now this is for compacting the soil. Now, once I finish getting the rim, the edge board here to be able to screed off of the level that I got over here, then I'll take the compactor and go through. I'm just putting it together now. So that is going to get used a lot. We're doing it by hand. I go, let Donna do that a little while ago. You think we need a compact? Yes, we do. So that's what we're going to do. Now I have pressure washer. It's electric. Sometimes you can get battery. This one's just electric because we have the portable EcoFlow Delta that I can just, it will put out like 1800 watts and it stores over a kilowatt. And I have a backup battery that I haven't even used yet. And that's the EcoFlow, the backup battery. That's so I can double that. Now we have 9 of these panels already up. That's what the array, and I got one extra put over here for, I don't know, we'll be charging stuff or chicken coop or something. And then these barrels are empty, and we're going to be making a trommel out of those. I already have some cut over here. I'm getting ready. I need a workshop, is what I need, so I'm doing that first. Now this is a pressure washer, a gasoline pressure washer. Now I haven't used it that much, and it probably needs a carburetor. I think I defueled it, and I had my son-in-law was using it and got left gasoline in it, so I just got to clean out the carburetor and so on. But I really don't need to run that thing. I just need to rinse off the bus and some stuff every now and then. When we get this pad done, then that'll make it a lot easier. But I like electric because we got more than enough electric here. If I can get electric, you know, going, then I can have whatever I want and not have to listen to motors all the time, which is, you know, annoying. So we'll go over some of the equipment here. This is a concrete mixing bucket. It goes on the front of the tractor. This is one of the first things I bought. I knew that I'm going to need this. Now, it hooks up the hydraulics, and you just pour in the mix, and you can scoop it up. You just have, you know, the piles of gravel that you see over here. I just scoop up the gravel, what I think I need, the appropriate amount of cement I put in there, and or aircrete or whatever. We're going to be mixing a lot of different things. But in the bottom of that, it has a plug. I don't know if you can see it down there. It's an opening in the middle, and it has an electrical switch that we added to a controller on the tractor that I just push a switch and it opens up that gate. Now there's a hose that comes out. It's about 5 feet long. That's over there. And it just dumps it. So we're going to scoop up the material, add the water and the Portland. Then we go ahead and mix it for however long it takes, 5 minutes or so. And then we just dump it. So hopefully we can get a process going. We just fill and dump, fill, mix, dump, fill, mix, dump. And but we're going to be doing it in sections. And we're going to start with this first 10-foot round here and see how this goes. Now, and the weather is just great out here. I mean, it's kind of cool now. It's like 60 or something. Now, this is part of the 3-point system when I do the back dragger, the box blade that I do to smooth the roads and so on. That's the equipment and the hydraulics for that. I just put it in this bucket. Now this bucket is called a 4-1, and what it does is not just a up and down on the front of the loader, it also has a split bucket. Now you can see the hydraulics there. It opens and clamps, and it also, and you get the right angle, the front becomes a cutting blade and so on. You can pull and back drag and get out these creosote. I just put it over the blade over that and drag it back, and it just cuts it at the root because it only goes, you know, less than a foot down. These are very shallow bushes. And we found out that creosote, you know, natives use it a lot as antifungal. You get like a ringworm, or you got athlete's foot or something like that. So Donna, because we have so much of this, it's the leaves, and you soak it for 6 weeks in olive oil or something. That's about all I know. Donna's getting on that. But you take these leaves and you do that, and you got an antifungal, and that's the one thing I want to add to our kit. So we're working on that now. Now, this bucket I use a lot for a lot of things, but this is the original bucket that came with it. So it's just, scooping up lots of dirt and back dragging, kind of smooth it out. You can smooth out the ground with it. Now we have the backhoe on this now because we were digging a hole to put in the experimental small septic system that we have. Now this is a forklift that, the front just pops off, and we put that on for when we need to move around the IBC totes and other things. And this is my favorite. This is a box blade that has rippers on it, and it goes up. It's called top and tilt. On the the tractor, you can lift it up, you can tilt it back, forward, all kinds of stuff, and it allows you to scrape the surface to get it flat and what you want to do. And you can push back. It's got a blade on the back that you can push and backfill different things. Now what we're working on a lot of things, because whenever we get stopped, something else has to happen, or we need some supplies for something, or we got to wait and do whatever. There's plenty to do. Now this is the stamp press. Now this is from, I don't know, man, this thing was making B-29s back in World War II or something. But what it does is it just rotates, and as it goes, and then you hit the foot pedal down there, and this goes boom, like that. Now what it does is a die. But what it does is, in the front here, you'll probably see some footage of this. The smishes the EMT conduit here, then it rounds it and punches a hole in it so that it looks like that. This is what you're doing. Chunk makes it flat, then you put it in here flat, and chunk, it rounds it, and it makes the hole. So I have to make these. There's another table over there that I use to measure and make sure I get the right length along with the trimming and everything, because this has like 6 different sizes, and there's a map that you use to put them together, and that's the thing. We'll show you when we start putting that together on the next dome. Now we have some extra conduit here. This 1/2 inch here is for a smaller dome, a utility dome that I'm going to be building. We'll get you into that. This is the aluminum that I got. It was a good deal and donated for me speaking at an event in Palm Springs. And they enticed me to come and go, oh, we got a bunch of supplies for you, this and some well casing, and they're done. So we went out there with a couple of trailers, Donna and I, spent a couple of days, and then we came back with a lot of these supplies. Now this has been the post that I use for the solar array, and it's working out really well. But this stuff is light. I mean, this is 2-inch square tubing, I think, and it's just, you can pick them up, and they're just amazing. I'm looking forward to making the frame for the trommel. Trommel is just a spinning cylinder with, small openings in it to separate out the different size material, and that's what these are for. And I'll be getting to that directly. Now, this was a boat trailer that somebody donated a boat to me, and I didn't want the boat. I wanted the trailer. So Donna put it on Craigslist, got a boat. You can have a boat, no trailer, just the boat. She backed it up in their backyard. They took the transom and connected it to a tree, and she just pulled it out, and boom, boat there. It was a Philippine family. It was a big boat, big bayliner, and they wanted to refurb it, but I needed the trailer, so we made a deal. So this, I just put a platform on it, and I can haul a lot of big stuff, big water tanks and so on. So that is the basic. Now you see over there a bunch of shelving and so on that will go into the dome once we get it over on the platform. Now this dump trailer kicks butt. This, you can't overfill that thing, and you just fill it with sand with a tractor, and I'm able to take material all around, and then of course it dumps back. And the gate, what it does is if I take and put this down, the bottom of the gate swings out, and it'll just coat the surface with whatever material you got in there, or you can just open the back. And it has ramps in it. You can put ATVs in it and so on. So these IBC totes, you can get them from as little as 25 bucks, 70 bucks. You know, they rarely go over 180, you know, get food grade and so on. But this one we just found out in the desert out here. You know, there's our neighbor just said, hey man, there's one out in the desert. We just went walking across the desert and there it was. But it doesn't have the valve on it, or it broke off. So we're going to get a new one of that. But at the very least, we could use this for firewood and cages. Yeah, one other thing that they do to make an outdoor shower, they stack these too high, then cut the front, make a door, and that'd be nice. So, but we're trying to, you know, upgrade, not get too hillbilly, but that is very cool, and you can do that. So that trailer over there is what hauls the tractor. So we can take, you know, have tractor, will travel, give me money, I can make something. So there's a lot of opportunities out here. A lot of people are doing this, just not nearby us. This is a trailer that my sons and I built, God, 25 years ago, back in the late 90s, I think, you know, for them being able to have a motorcycle. We gotta have a motorcycle, yeah? What are you gonna haul it with? So it cost about as much to get the welder and the equipment and the supplies and everything to build this, and it was to be able to buy one, and then we know how to do it, and we'd have the equipment. I still have a lot of that stuff. So that thing has been awesome. It's just the right length, it handles well, it backs up easy. I mean, it's cool. Now this is all the trimmings of the creosote along the roadway that we had, that Donna went, I did the road and got to where we could get the bus in, but you know, this would just scratch everything. So it was at least a mile or two of this stuff that she went and trimmed, and that was her job. So she did that, but now we got to get rid of it, you know? So we had a wood chipper, we got a little wood chipper, and it just wasn't going fast enough. So we tried it for a little bit, you know, nice electric. I wanted to do an electric, but it was too slow. So what we did is we went and we bought a gasoline big, you know, wood chipper. Now we're going to need to do a tour of the bus and show how it's self-contained. We'll get under it, all the power systems and water and drainage and compartments that we have, and the studio inside and all that. So that's what's going on. Now we have a lot of this stuff, you know, out here. This is, you know, cooking and so on. And Donna's going to be do her canning and everything. And she has the canning pots and the burners and all that stuff, and the fuel, and then our barbecue and fire pit that we did. And I just plasma cut this thing and put little holes in the bottom. This thing doesn't smoke. I mean, it's amazing. So I'm definitely going to be working on that too. Now under the bus on this side, this was my tool area. I had a whole bunch of tools in there, and we've been taking stuff out. So this is how we're getting ready to do the work. We're just now getting kind of organized and getting into it. But this is the equipment that we're using and how we're living out here in the desert self-sufficiently. So it's very nice, and we're enjoying it, and you're on the ride.